Most of America believes that human trafficking involves some foreign-born juvenile who's drugged up, chained to a bed, and sold for sex. Human trafficking is a situation where a person is compelled to engage in commercial sex or prostitution, they're the same word, for hire.
So you might have heard people say, no little girl, says, when I grow up, I want to be a prostitute. And that's just, people just leave it at that. And that is true. Nobody dreams of having this as their future. What instead happens is a little girl, or maybe a little boy, experiences trauma upon trauma upon trauma.
So there's some traumatic events that causes them to not understand normal love, intimacy, how to relate, how to ask, how to speak, how to have a voice, how to say no, how to deal with that trauma.
And so people end up learning, this is what I'm good at. This is the thing I can do. This is something I have to offer. So people enter prostitution mostly because they're trying to survive in this really hard life.
I was sexually abused from about 4 years old to about 13 when he moved out of the house. So my abuser would get mad at me for doing drugs, and then he would hit me for doing drugs and then give me drugs because he hurt me. And I was okay with that for the most part. For one, I already deserved it. It's my fault, and I got drugs. That's when I met my first trafficker, was when I came to Columbus and I had nobody, I had nothing. And I gave him money to get me dope, and he got me dope and brought it back. That's how he started to groom me.
They're going to say, hey baby, here's some free dope, and they might feed that habit for a couple days or weeks, and then eventually they might say something like, you owe me. I've been giving you free dope for a couple weeks, like you have a debt to me, you need to pay it back, and this is how you do that.
So I just kind of did whatever I had to do, and whatever he told me to do, really, because he loved me and he's going to take care of me. And he protected me from other things, but there was nothing to protect me from him.
When you're 14 years old, with the guys that we have in Columbus, Ohio, who are looking for that, you don't stand a chance. They've got you in a hurry. They're going to take care of you. They're going to make sure you feel loved, and then they're going to turn on you and start selling you, and you can't get out.
Because for her, in that moment, and on that street corner, that feels like her only option. She doesn't know that she has other options, and she doesn't know she's worth other options.
It became clear that for women who were involved in prostitution in Columbus, Ohio, that there is a revolving door problem, that the number of times they were arrested and jailed never stopped, 30, 40 over their lifetime convictions for this. And traditional treatment, traditional probation, traditional corrections-based justice did not work for this population. And so we started an experiment back in 2009 to see if there was a different way that we could succeed with this population. Good afternoon, everybody. Catch Court is a intensive restorative justice program for individuals who have been victims of human trafficking. Hey, wait, no, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing a lot better.
You look awesome.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. And you're going to be drug and alcohol free, and you're going to come to court every Thursday.
Yes, sir.
And any one of those things that you don't do, what happens?
I will be arrested and brought back to jail.
Okay. Hey, I'll see you next Thursday, if not sooner.
Okay.
Okay? Take care. Thank you, Sheriff. Appreciate it.
When a woman first begins in Catch Court, she's typically homeless, incarcerated, drug addicted. She's often lost custody or involvement with her children. She has unaddressed trauma. Typically someone's at their rock bottom just before they enter Catch Court.
I first heard about Catch in jail. I was in there on a probation violation, and I was still in the state of mind where I just wanted to get out of jail, and I needed to be directed in the right path. So my choice was, at the time, either do a lot of jail time or give Catch Court a chance.
I didn't even know that my dad had requested emergency custody of my son from his father. And just finding out through getting served papers in jail was enough for me. I was ready.
All right, so number one, we don't want you using any non-prescribed drugs or alcohol, okay? Number two, there may be places that we don't want you to go anymore. We're gonna have stay-away zones, that might trigger you, right? There may be certain people that I don't want you to hang out with until it's safe.
Catch Court is a difficult program, and we tell people that in the beginning.
Catch Court is very intensive. It's a 2-year-long program that really goes in and tries to help an individual take a behavior that is basically completely unsuccessful in society and turning them into someone who is not just barely successful, but very successful. I'm going to put you on 2 years of probation and put you in the Catch Court program, okay? I'm going to ask you a question that I usually ask everybody every week. I ask you how many days you've been sober, but it's really how many days have you not had to do something you don't want to do for something you didn't want to do with somebody you didn't want to do it with, and freedom from all that crap out there, okay? So how many days free do you have? 29. Great. When you get out, I'm going to have a chair with your name on it, and we're going to get one of these awesome t-shirts for you, and we're going to welcome you with open arms, okay? See you soon, Angela.
Yeah, so 100% of the women in Catch Court come in with a drug addiction. With the growing opiate epidemic, we're seeing a high majority of the women now are addicted to heroin primarily, but often use both heroin and crack on a daily basis.
My mom introduced me to narcotics instead of helping me stay away from those things, being an addict herself.
It wasn't very long and I was drinking all the time and smoking weed and taking pills. That was normal in my family, it was normal in my life, so I did it, and it helped me just to be okay.
All right, grads, come on. All right, so why don't we start with days sober. Will each of you share how many days you got now? Right down there.
My name's Amber, and I have 1,066.
My name is Melanie, and I have 1,072.
I never thought I would make it here. I've never completed anything like this, or I didn't even graduate from high school.
I didn't deserve to be raped even though I got in that car. No matter what I've done, I didn't deserve that. None of us deserve that.
I'm so proud of you, and I really look up to you because with you guys sitting there, that gives me encouragement.
I was terrified. I was completely terrified that I was losing everybody.
Yeah.
And like this was over, and I completely feel like it's not, and I love everybody.
Court is adjourned. We'll see you tomorrow.
About 6 women are going to celebrate 2 years of hard work and recovery, and we're going to be here to celebrate them.
Melanie should be dead. There's no logic to the fact that she's here today.
Jumping into random cars with strangers and sleeping with them just to get to you. No longer daddy's little princess. Remember when we got me tortured, raped, and beaten? Well, guess what? God gave me a second chance. I'm still here. And you know what? I don't need you or want you anymore. I don't choose you today. I choose my life over my death. I hold on to my recovery from you with everything I have. I will fight you every day in and day out for the rest of my life.
The phrase I just kept thinking was, you deserve to be here. You deserve to be here.
Like, I just love everybody so much.
She has gotten custody of her daughter Cadence back. And she's also become like a very, very strong, powerful, and inspirational.
I think I'm a good role model for a lot of ladies now. That was the best decision I ever made. It's totally changed my life, my thinking. My journey has been totally worth it. Catch Court is absolutely amazing. I wouldn't change it for anything, and it is doable.
There are human trafficking courts, there are solicitation courts here and there throughout the country, but nothing quite like the Catch Court model. And I believe this is the model, and I believe it needs to be shared with other cities and counties across America. And so I am so hungry to help other courts learn what we've got going on here in Columbus, Ohio.
They taught me that I'm actually a victim. I'm not a prostitute. I'm not a worthless drug addict. That I am worth something.
There are a lot of women out there who were manipulated into this lifestyle. They didn't ask for it. They didn't expect it. They didn't see it coming. And it's not fair for anybody to judge them.
I want to be a part of the greater good. I want to help other people. I want human trafficking to end.